setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I'm glad you have joined me. Always glad to see you with me. You're my only friends at this time. So let's talk just a little bit. We're going to talk about the W-4, withholding of your W-2 wages. Things are changing. I'll be right back.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
So over the last few weeks and months, and even throughout the year, I have been trying to get you to change your W-4s. You know what a W-4 is? That is your withholding that you take out of your W-2 wages. And I've been asking you, especially for this last month, to sit down with your tax accountant, take your pay stub in, your last pay stub in, talk to your tax accountant, see what if you need to make any adjustments on your W-4 for taxes. Maybe you've paid too much in, maybe you haven't paid enough in, and you may owe. Remember, that's what happened in 2018. A lot of individuals did not make that adjustment after the new tax rates went in, and every year the tax rates change. So the tax rates changed again for 2019, and they're going to change again for 2020. So for 2019 in your tax reporting, please sit down with your tax practitioner or call him up and get some answers. Be proactive on this, okay? Because you don't want that big surprise again where you owed a whole bunch of money. Now, let's talk about 2020. Now, the Internal Revenue Service yesterday, Thursday, released its final version of the 2020 W-4. So the form is changing. And it's got some important changes that could impact both employers and you guys, the employees, the workers. The new form is for use in 2020. So you're going to have to change it again in 2020. That's why I'm telling you to get ready for that and talk to your accountant about 2020 when you get to his office. So the new W-4 is intended to make withholding more accurate in conjunction with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that we went through, which affected you guys, the filers, for the first time last tax season. And I know that a lot of you were affected heavily on that, because there were some sad faces coming out of my office last year because people who had never owed before were owing money. And that's because tax rates change and you did not adjust your W-4. So 2020 has a brand new W-4, so you're going to have to make another adjustment in 2020, at the beginning of 2020. So amid those changes, many workers were surprised. I know my tax clients were very surprised about their refund amounts, whether they were lower or even non-existent. Incorrectly filling out the new W-4 form could result in similar complications for employees moving forward. While the updated form may, and I'm reading from the Internal Revenue Service, okay? While the updated form may initially elicit some confusion for employees, these important changes will ultimately simplify the ability to set and adjust withholding to achieve desired results, such as a specific tax refund amount. That being said, the form may require employees to remember specifics from the most recent tax returns to properly fill out the form and avoid any issues. The 2020 Form W-4 features significant improvements in simplifications for those with multiple jobs in two-earner families. The ultimate goal of proper withholding is to pay so much each month that you neither owe nor are owed come April. So you see what they're trying to get to? They're trying to get to the fact that you should not be reliant on your refunds. You should be very, very close, which is the ultimate goal of proper withholding, is to pay so much each month that neither owe nor are owed come April. So understand what they're trying to do. Among the big changes to the form are new boxes for workers to check indicating they hold multiple jobs or are part of a two-earner household, simplifying the process on previous forms. This is more to alert people to take other sources of income into account. It helps highlight situations that caused problems last year. Now, you can get a copy of that W-4. You can get it on irs.gov. As for the W-4, the new W-4 for 2020. Because you're going to need one, and you're going to need to understand it. And if you have any issues, sit down with your tax practitioner and go over it. If your tax practitioner doesn't know anything about the W-4, you better change your tax practitioner, because he should know that W-4, because it affects your tax return. I always get frustrated because a lot of you are not proactive. You are trying to minimize the amount of taxes taken out, which is a good thing, but you're doing it the wrong way because you always think that you should get a refund. You need to get that out of your head. Refunds are over with. The Internal Revenue Service is trying to get you to where it's almost even. You should be taking out the right amount during the course of the year, including all of your multiple jobs. And I know a lot of you have 2 or 3 jobs. You need to take that into consideration. You may also have a home. You may also have self-employment income. You need to take that into consideration. Be proactive on your tax returns. Listen, I had a lot of grumpy, sad, tearful faces leave my office last tax season. And I told them, and I was very blunt about it. You didn't adjust your tax return based upon the new tax rates and based upon the issue that you lost a lot of those deductions that you used to have. They're gone. Uniforms gone. Shoes gone. Employment, education gone. All that stuff is gone. So you need to be a little bit wiser. I'm scolding you now because I don't want you to go into your tax practitioner's office and have those grouchy faces again. Remember what they said. They want you to have they want to see that you're taking the right amount of taxes out throughout the course of the year, and don't expect these refunds that you used to get before because they're gone. So you better adjust it so that you're almost at that even point where enough is being taken out to satisfy the tax compliance of W-2 wages. Easy. Be proactive. Sit down with your tax practitioner. That's why you're paying him the big bucks or her the big bucks. Get it under control. That is the most important issue that you have over the next few weeks of December and the first week of January to get your W-2 wages and the taxes taken out correct. If you have any questions, You can text me at 818-252-5682. And again, I'm going to repeat that. It's 818-252-5682. But I really want to stress to you how you need, as a tax practitioner, as a taxpayer, to be so proactive. You need to be fiscally responsible about your taxation and about your personal finances. Don't just wait until the end of the year thinking that you're going to get this big refund, because that's what you've been getting over the past years. You've got to start thinking, I cannot rely on a refund. Because they want to make it so that you're taking the right amount of taxes out throughout the whole year. Got it? I know, this is one of those subjects that no one likes to talk about. Taxes. Listen, when I do a podcast on taxation, I have very low numbers. If I do a podcast on finances, they go up a little bit more. If I do a podcast on politics, I have huge numbers. But I hate talking about politics. And I tell you what, politics has engulfed all of our lives over the last few weeks because of this impeachment thing. Well, let's change our thought process and say, okay, I have to be more proactive on my taxes and on my personal finances. That is the bottom line. This is Mike Lodge. I'll talk with you very soon if you have any questions. Again, text me at 818-252-5682. Everyone go out and have a great day. We're almost there to the weekend. We're getting very close, just a few more hours. Think about your taxes. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This podcast has been produced by Michael Lodge, fully focused on content.